am just here back to a new Simpsons video. And if you missed the last one, go and check it out. And we're back on our re-reviewing of my favorite Simpson episodes. And this is another favorite of mine. And it starts with Mr. Burns going for his appointment, and he doesn't want anybody to see him going to his appointment. And yeah, seeing all these different doctors, and he's going to his therapist, which his therapist has tried and tried and tried with him, but it's just not been good for him. And when he leaves and comes back in, he sees that his therapist is dead. Yeah, and crossed to outlive all friends off of his bucket list. And yeah, we see his funeral, and apparently Marge and Homer and the kids went to this therapist, and when they were arguing, Maggie was talking, and she was like, won't talk. And yeah, Mr. Burns just making it worse for everybody by putting this tombstone with him on it, and causing things to be thrown at him. And yeah, we see Professor Frank with this virtual reality kind of thing with this Nobel Prize, and yeah, he gets hit by Mr. Burns, and Mr. Burns is wondering what this or these goggles are, because Mr. Burns never seen virtual reality goggles. And yeah, he even puts them on, and yeah, put in this laser towards Earth, and yeah, Smithers just putting on different things for him, and having these dragons, and him thinking of him needing a family, and even sewing, all these heads that he has. So yeah, he's having to try to find a family that he can use for his virtual reality, which he does Cletus and Brandane, and then Milhouse and his parents, and then he actually wants Marge, Lisa, Maggie, and Bart, but not Homer. And Homer's like, oh, I'll never get to work for Mr. Burns. Don't you already work for Mr. Burns? That's what I always just laugh about. Like, he says, I'll never get to work for Mr. Burns, even though he does already work for him. And yeah, we see them with those green suits on the green screen background, and yeah, doing his family into virtual reality, even changing the kids' heads. And yeah, Lenny and Carl seeing why Homer's so down, and yeah, seeing Mr. Burns just still having his virtual reality on, and the virtual reality family of his is singing happy birthday to him, and Maggie is just trying to give him a hug, I guess, and he's like, ugh, what is trying to do? And yeah, we see houses for Smithers, the Hounds, and the guest house. And yeah, Marge is telling Homer that they're not going to be coming home for a while. And yeah, Homer goes to Moe's, and he actually got the idea that he can actually eat anywhere in the house and drink anywhere. And yeah, Moe pulls out a gun as well. And yeah, we just see him just eating anywhere in the house and doing all these different things, even making Ned, of course, angry by throwing beer bottles into his little bird bath. And yeah, just having a time, even putting his pants, his shirt, and his underwear in the dishwasher, and dancing naked as well. And even not sleeping, but laying on the roof naked. And then we see this girl that is named Julia. And yeah, this isn't the first time that she's seen Homer naked. Apparently she said that she's seen Homer naked on the roof lots of times. And she even says, stupid Flanders, just like Homer would say. Again, she is also like a female version of Homer, just like Mindy. Mindy and Julia are pretty much female versions of Homer, because they love drinking beer. They both hate Flanders. And again, just they have so many similarities, though, Julia and Homer. And of course she sews her engagement ring from her pilot, or that she's marrying, or proposed to. And yeah, they're drinking beer with each other. and just talking, and Marge has a sense that Homer's in danger. Marge has a very bad feeling that she sense that Homer is something horrible or something bad is happening to Homer. And yeah, Lenny and Carl bump into Homer and Julia at Luigi's. And Homer is just trying to say, and even Barney behind a bush, and he's just trying to say that they're just friends. And yeah, the family just still trying to do their things with Mr. Burns, and Mr. Burns is getting angry at them, and even saying more of the virtual reality Mr. Burns is doing. And yeah, he's just had it with them, so he fires them. And Homer, now this scene coming up, it kind of makes you think or say that apparently Homer, the only friend that Homer can have, like female friend, apparently the only girl that Homer can be friends with is just Marge, especially for what's coming up. But yeah, Homer is talking to Julia on the phone, and yeah, the kids and Marge come back home, and they were wondering who he was talking to, and he was saying Julia, and they're like, Julia's a girl's name, and yeah, saying that, yeah, his new friend, his new best friend. And yeah, Marge tells the kids, can you leave the room? And yeah, she gets mad at Homer. Yeah, apparently Marge doesn't like Homer making friends with any other women. Like, she was wondering, I thought I was your best friend. And yeah, of course, getting mad at him, yelling at him. And yeah, Julia coming and to Marge, and of course telling her about how, she didn't have any interest in Homer, because again, she's already proposed, right? Or she already engaged. She's already engaged, and yeah, everything works out at the end. And we see Julia's boyfriend, and she was like, just to be clear, I did see him naked on the roof, and he's like, and apparently her boyfriend was like, I saw him naked on the roof, and I was very high in the air, flying. Like, wow. And yeah, we just see the rest of the virtual reality that Mr. Burns is doing, and apparently he ends up in hell, and he sees Satan, and he takes a snapshot with him, or a selfie, and apparently the virtual reality is not plugged in. It's like Mr. Burns actually died. Because, yeah, it's not plugged in. And then we see a few years later that everybody is having these virtual reality goggles on. Yeah. But yeah, a really funny one that I do enjoy. But yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think. See you next one.